ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Peace in New York. Today, we're in Woodside, Queens. We're in the Little Manila section, and we're staying with that Filipino theme. Recently, we've been to Jollibee, and we also went to Dollar Hits, and then today, we've come to Red Ribbon Bakery. Now, Red Ribbon Bakery was actually started in 1979 by husband and wife, Renato and Amalia Mercado. And since 1979, they've grown to over 240 locations. Now, in that time, they opened up their first location in California in 1984, and they began franchising in 1999. In 2005, they ended up selling Red Ribbon Bakery to the Jollibee Corporation. So even though we did Jollibee last week, we're still staying within the Jollibee sphere right now by coming to Red Ribbon Bakery. So let's go inside, check it out, see what they're all about. We had three different cakes. We had the Ube Overload, we had the Mango Supreme, and then we also had the Yima Caramel. Here's the Ube Overload. Cheers. Folks, I have to be honest, I'm not a big Ube fan at all. This was tremendous. The soft moist cake was something that was so delightful to eat. The nuttiness and the vanilla flavor of the Ube really came out. Nothing was overpowering. What you're gonna notice when you do have Asian desserts is that they're not gonna be overly sweet like a lot of American desserts are. This had just the amount of sweetness to it with everything involved. I mean, I'm already impressed, especially because I'm not a guy that really loves or enjoys ube, but the first dessert that I dug into, man, I'm completely impressed. I'm really glad that we came in here to experience this because this was a fantastic slice of cake. Next, we have the Mango Supreme. Really excited about this because I absolutely love mango. Big fruit guy. We can see that there's actually some good labeling. We got mango, frosting, cake. It's like a triple layer cake right there for you. I know I was super impressed with the Ube Overload. With this Mango Supreme, I have a feeling I'm gonna understand exactly why they have over 240 locations across the globe. Cheers. The drizzle that they have on top, that's going kind of like with the mango puree, definitely added a kind of different texture to the rest of the cake that you do have. I mean, the frosting was delicious. The cake, soft and moist, very pleasant to eat. I gotta be honest, I did like the ube a little bit more, but this mango was very good. There was a little bit extra sweetness to it just because this mango is in general more sweet than ube. But this was a delicious cake nonetheless. I did enjoy it. Now lastly, we have the Yima Caramel cake. This one also looked very delicious to me when I was walking around looking at all the cakes. That's one of the things you're gonna notice here is that it's not just delicious empanadas, delicious cakes. They have a number of different breads as well that they are known for. That's tremendous over here. But let's dig into that cake, what we came for right now. I gotta be honest, I really do love the layering of the cake, the attention to detail that they do put into the cakes here. Looks fantastic. Definitely something that's very presentable. Maybe something that you grab on your way to your party. Here we go. Cheers. Interesting because this one was definitely more creamy than the other two. Not as sweet as either. The caramel did have a nice flavor to go well with the vanilla cake that it is served on. So all in all, it was a good cake. It was a solid cake. It's not going to have the sweetness that you are looking for with the American desserts. The sweetness, it was less sweet than the other cakes that we did have. So this is a more subtle dessert that you are going to eat when you do come to Red Ribbon Bakeshop. We also have an assortment of mamans and ensamadas. Ensamadas, what they are is they're very simple pastry. So you roll up some dough, you flatten it out, bake it really quickly, and then throw some powdered sugar on it before you end up serving it. With the maman, that's a traditional Filipino sponge cake, also known as a torta maman, something that's very sweet, delicate, and light. So first we're going to go with the cheese ensamada, and then we're going to go with the butter maman. Because we've tried the ube and we've also tried some caramel, we're just going to mix it up, the cheese ensamada, and then also the butter maman. The butter maman is really what they're known for over here and what they're famous for, as well as this cheese ensamada. Here we go with that cheese ensamada. Cheers. Make sure I get a good bite of the cheese. It's an interesting contrast between the softer baked bread and having this kind of different unmelted cheese on top of it. So it was different. I did enjoy this. Yeah, that was very good. You're also going to notice the fluffiness of this bread as well. It was a very fluffy piece and very light. It's not something that you're going to eat and then feel bogged down, which a lot of times if you do have some heavy bread, you can feel it sitting right here. This, super soft, super fluffy. Now here we have the butter maman. This is a heavily moist piece of bread. They had a sweetness to it that was very unexpected. I was expecting more of a butter flavor to it, but it almost had like a hint of sugar to it. Light texture, moist, and then also the fluffiness as well to go with it. It's like the outerness of the fluffiness, and then it's moist in the middle. So you have two different textures when you are eating it. Fantastic. Well, folks, that concludes our day here in Woodside, Queens, and it's going to end our theme that we did have here in Little Manila, going to Dollar Hits, Jollibee, and now Red Ribbon Bakeshop. Red Ribbon Bakeshop, I loved it. Thought it was tremendous. When it comes to comparing the tortas versus the slices of cake, I enjoyed the slices of cake the most, and my number one favorite cake was that Ube Overload. Absolutely fantastic. I loved all the flavors that it had, with the ube bringing out the nuttiness, the hint of vanilla, and also the soft sponge cake that it was made with. And that's really what the great thing about Queens is. Queens has the most languages of any other section in the world spoken right here. You can get a ton of different food from a ton of different cultures. I can go down the street and I can get Indian food, I can get Chinese food, I can get Italian food, I can get Mexican food. As we saw here in Little Manila, I was getting Filipino food, and it was tremendous. I had a great experience. When you come to New York City, I know a lot of people, they like to go to Manhattan. Don't be afraid to come out to Queens, because Queens is also going to have some great places that you can go to. So when you come to New York, I just want you to take full advantage of it, because there's so much to do outside of Manhattan, and I just want to make sure that you all understand that. From everyone over here at A Piece of New York, we just want to say, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the content, give us a subscribe. Hope you have a great day and a better week. Take it easy, y'all. Bye.